suggestions afterwards. You can definitely give me up. I'll take them. He places his head on my chest, air between my breasts, and I want him to know that every quasar, every nebula, every galaxy, and this universe itself came from a pulse, and we are alive. I want this incessant being to be all that he knows of marching off to war. Wish that he would realize that the sky contains a star-spangled banner, far more beautiful, and he never had to fight for that. Never had to pledge allegiance to a nation that tried to overthrow God like blankets of smallpox over natives, or stand for a republic that's more concerned with the wicked and riches. But our differences are not indivisible. Overseas, millions of men and women rise with their right hands over their hearts every morning that awakes. Do you know what it's like to know morning before you even awake, or when the four men of the apocalypse stop riding horses and start riding tanks? But he is a man in love with Lady Liberty. Won't listen when I say she's just using you. If you weren't black like oil or poor enough to be considered a disposable man, you can take up her hands or carry her arms, but he's willing to flirt with home because of her promise of democracy. He can't acknowledge the hypocrisy of using armed forces to fight for peace. The sweet release of death is only soulless to those who are caged. So you tell me how that's free. And he says that I just don't know. That there's no way that I could possibly understand. So I asked him, you explain it to me, because I know that children are supposed to be casualties, that the smell of gunpowder and decaying flesh are potpourri, and rockets that burst like bombs in mid-air are not a light show. I know that insurgent is just another word for brown people, impoverished enough to hope that their gods can hear praise over semi-automatic machine guns firing holes into sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, lovers just like us. Just like us. Lying in the chill of truth that could freeze desert sand with templars that could melt that sand back to glass that would reflect what I know better than to suggest. This is what God's negligence sounds like. This is how it feels when a would-be widow stares into the windows of her sold-out soldier's soul, and instead of seeing a future worth fighting for, all that is there are flags flying at half-mast, and my heart skips a beat.